Hey friends, today I'm going to talk to you about wax. And if you're anywhere near my age, you're probably wondering what wax is. Wax is it's a highly concentrated form of THC. And if you have a medical marijuana card and you can legally use or possess pot, marijuana, you can legally use or possess wax, this highly concentrated form of THC. THC is a psychoactive component of marijuana which makes you high. If you don't have that card, if you legally cannot possess or use pot with your medical marijuana card, and you do have wax, and wax comes in the form of an edible being like a gummy bear that's got this highly concentrated form of THC, you won't be charged with a Class 6 felony, which is what it would be, possession of marijuana, and you could actually end up with a Class 1 misdemeanor conviction, but you'll get charged with a Class 4 felony in at least Maricopa County and some other counties in the state. Some of the county attorneys in Arizona have looked on wax as being a narcotic drug like cocaine, like a painkiller, as opposed to this component of pot, marijuana, and they're not treating it the same. So in the event that you end up being charged with a Class 4 felony, you probably, but not always, will have available to you a diversion program such as TASK. And in the narcotic drug program or the dangerous drug program like methamphetamine, it's a year-long program, multiple UAs, and it's expensive. I believe last time I saw it was almost $2,000 when it's all said and done with the counseling. There's a lot of work involved as opposed to the pot TASK program, which is relatively simple, some clean UAs, I think 16 hours of counseling, and the price is a hell of a lot lower than that is. So if you're going to take the chance of having this wax product, and by the way, if it's not anything that's bought on the street, like a gummy bear or a brownie or what have you, or a cookie, and it's in another form, and it looks like wax, that's why it's called wax, and you dab into it with a hot metal object, and you sniff the fumes. If that's what you get caught with, you're going to get charged with a higher class felony, and if you've got other felony convictions, that could really be a problem, like a Class 4 with a prior. You could end up going to prison, potentially. There's all sorts of variables, of course, but I'm telling you, if you have the need to use this highly concentrated form of THC, go out and get yourself a medical marijuana card. It's not difficult, costs you a little bit of money. And by the way, if you get caught with either pot or the wax or any kind of a drug, but going back to the pot and the THC and the wax, you can't go get a card after you get busted and say, hey, I got my card now, it's okay. That doesn't work that way. You have to have the card when you get popped with it. That's the only way you can legally possess, legally use marijuana, any of its products involving THC, wax, edibles, cookies, brownies, whatever it happens to be. So I want you to understand that it's a more serious felony and it could have serious repercussions, especially if you end up with a felony conviction. Your Second Amendment rights to own or possess a gun are gone. It's pretty simple, actually. Go get yourself a card if you have the need to use it. Thank you.
This posted video is in no way specific legal advice on any subject. It is intended to provide general information for the public. If you need specific legal advice, call Chuck at 480-545-0700.